If you're tuning in to me watching Gully TV Sports, I got a special guest in the building. Yours truly, what's happening, Pimp? The Zoe God, Money and Violence. Leon, according to Leon, is an avid sports fan, so I brought you here on the Dribble Man so we can chop it up about some, some highlights, some legendary events that happen in sports. What's your flavor? Pick a sport.
Any sport.
Let me get this. This is what I specialize in. So, of course, let's start. I don't know. What did you think of the Michael Jordan documentary?
I glimpsed at it. You might be mad at me. I didn't really.
You didn't sink your teeth into it?
Nah, I didn't.
In correlation to the Michael Jordan documentary, I happened to watch the Penny Hardaway documentary recently.
Okay.
Penny Hardaway, unbeknownst to me, was the leading scorer in the NBA one of the years that Michael Jordan was out of the league.
I never knew that,
man. Yeah. Fucked me up. I also got a chance to find out during the course of the documentary that Penny Hardaway and the Orlando Magic is one of the only teams, if not the only team, to put Michael Jordan out of the playoffs. I think they might have did it in the first or second round. Second round. Yeah, shout out to the Orlando Magic. The documentary was pretty dope. What I got some clarity on was the fact that as long as I can remember, people would always say things about Shaquille O'Neal and comparing Shaquille O'Neal to the great NBA centers of all time, they would always put Akeem Olajuwon into the scenario for whatever reason. And they would say things like, Akeem spanked Shaq and he did this. In my opinion, Shaquille O'Neal is the greatest center of all time. Who's your favorite center?
I have to dig back deep, but I know why you think Shaq is the best, but let's go back what you said. Olajuwon did dominate him. That's it. I seen it.
Okay. I seen it too. But what I didn't take note of at the time...
Not the age.
The age difference. At the time of that series between the Orlando Magic and the Houston Rockets, Akeem Olajuwon was like 33 or 34 years old.
Yeah.
Shaquille O'Neal was in his early 20s, possibly 21 or something like that.
What that mean? What does that mean?
That was a man facing off with a boy. Akeem Olajuwon would have a whole lot more experience and probably had a better body. Even though Shaquille was bigger, he wasn't grown man big yet. And, Akeem probably...
But Shaq came in and dominated. Remember that?
He did come in and dominate, but he didn't dominate that series against the Houston Rockets.
So you making an excuse why Orlando lost?
Nah, this is...
Orlando didn't belong in there. Indiana belonged in that championship. Rick Smith would have had a better chance against Olajuwon than
Shaq?
Definitely.
You can't be serious.
Orlando didn't belong there. You see the evidence.
This is what's evident. I took note of this while watching the Penny Hardaway documentary. The Orlando Magic had a starting five, right?
Okay.
They didn't have much of a bench. Nobody can recollect who was on a bench for the Orlando Magic.
I know two people
during the course of the series. Who you got?
Scott Skiles.
He's about 5'5". If he was on a bench, who else?
Somebody else. I know.
Non-factors. That's why you can't really remember. But anyway, I took note that the fact that...
this was their second championship in Houston, though.
I can't recollect which team.
First one was against the Knicks. I was a kid. The first one was against the Knicks. I was a baby.
Okay, against the Knicks. Okay.
Remember, 94 Knicks team, and then there was 95 you're talking about right now.
Okay, 1995. I did believe it was 95. I didn't want to be wrong.
Definitely 95.
Okay, 95. Oh, so this is Houston's second championship.
Oh, so you trying to prove your point even more?
I'm establishing a point. This is what I'm saying is this. Orlando didn't have much of a team. They had Penny Hardaway. They had Nick Anderson. They had Shaquille O'Neal. They had Dennis Scott. And they had Horace Grant.
Yeah.
If you look any further into the bench, they didn't have a whole lot of help. When you check out the Houston Rockets, this team that they were matched up against, they had Akeem Olajuwon, Mario Elie, Kenny the Jet Smith, Robert Horry, Vernon Maxwell, Clyde the Glide Drexler, and Sam Cassell.
Did they blow them out every game?
They didn't blow them out, but the point that I'm trying to establish is that they were way more talented as a team and way more long-winded than Orlando Magic. They should have they should have swept them.
They beat them 4-1, right?
I can't recall exactly.
So now
they were well deserving of an ass.
So now you understand when Indiana got cheated in 7 games against Orlando.
How'd they get cheated?
The refs. Go back on YouTube. And Reggie Miller and them, they would have beat Houston that year. They had a better team. The NBA is rigged.
How do you feel? How do you feel that Indiana had a better team than Houston?
Better bench, better everything.
You got to give me some names. You just can't say they had a better.
You got
team.
Reggie Miller. I can't remember everybody off the top. You got the Rick Smiths,
the Davis boys.
The Davis boys. They was young. You had who's the star point guard? Was it Mark Jackson then? Might have been.
It could have been Travis Best.
No, it wasn't Travis Best. It go back. Vern Fleming and Workman and them was there. It was a Indiana was deeper.
Okay.
I can't remember exactly because I was a kid, but I know for a fact, and they cheated Indiana. Indiana got cheated so many times. It's unbelievable.
Indiana?
Definitely.
Who else you think?
They got cheated. They got cheated against the Knicks with the LJ thing. I cried like a baby. Remember the Larry Johnson
three-pointer?
Yeah, that was that
pointer.
Listen, Gully, they grabbed him and then he ran over there. Then what the?
He knocked down a shot.
No, Gully. When I grab you and hug you and I let you go, you can't continue. There's no continuation.
Shout out to the great Larry Johnson.
Yeah, shout out to them now. But Indiana got cheated so many times. They got cheated. Indiana was supposed to beat the Bulls in '98. When fucking they went to 7 games and Jordan retired after that. Everybody, if y'all don't know, I'm an Indiana fan. I'm a Reggie Miller fan.
Ironically, each one of your statements is highly questionable. Like the TV show.
Yeah,
but recently, Allen Iverson was voted as the greatest NBA player to ever wear the number 3 over good company, might I add. What did you think about that?
No doubt, he is. Who's better than him?
I had AI as being the number 1, number 3.
They said D-Wade. Nah, D-Wade can't touch AI.
Nah.
Imagine AI was on that Miami team.
Imagine if AI was 6'5" like D-Wade.
When he wouldn't be the same player. You know, that speed, that heart. You know, you short it like that.
I think it's a landslide situation. Dwayne Wade and Allen Iverson, that's 2 different calibers.
But you got to Dwayne Wade props for being number 2. But AI, listen, we know. You know, this is what I always
say that Dwayne Wade was definitely the second guy to wear number 3.
I would say this, and this is what I always say is this. I ask people this. Ask Dwayne Wade what he would say. He would probably tell us AI is the best with that. Because he was a fan.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
It's undeniable.
I had a couple of people picking some of the other guys, which was Stephon Marbury, Chris Paul, John Starks.
Chris Paul's a problem.
I think they said that Chris Paul should have been amongst those elected about wearing a number 3, and I told them that I felt that John Starks was more popular than Chris Paul in his prime. Are you basing this on talent or statement? John Starks played against Michael Jordan.
Chris Paul he better than John Starks by a mile.
He's probably a better player than John Starks, but John Starks was a bigger deal in his prime than Chris Paul.
They would not let Chris Paul get traded to the Lakers. Kobe would have had at least 2 more championships.
That would have been nice if we would have got a hold of CP. They turned into a journeyman after that.
Nah, but he said, how you a journeyman but you're a Hall of Famer? How he is? Right now, he had OKC in contention. He had them in the 7 or 8 spot.
Played for several teams, though.
It's because of Chris Paul. OKC had when they traded with Westbrook, they wasn't doing the same thing. Chris Paul, he's just one of them. You played on a lot of teams, but some people get there, shit just happened. I played a lot of basketball. I get there, people be like, yo, you got a bum team, Kyle. And we just happen to win.
Right.
I'd rather play with a bunch of underdogs.
You get your shit off, you get to take all the
shots. I just tell them I installed the heart. I don't need to take all the shots. I'll tell somebody, you can, because what when people say, the Mighty Ducks, you can do this, you can do that, you can do that. Chris Paul is a legend. Now I think the NBA actually going to make sure he...
John Starks dunked on Michael Jordan.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean
in a playoff game.
What does that mean?
The highlight of his career? John Starks was a streaky shooter. John Starks was getting busy.
John Starks' problem is he couldn't do nothing with Reggie Miller. And Reggie Miller was, every time you saw John Starks play against Miller, he had like 9 points.
I think he would lose his composure. He had butted Reggie Miller before, right?
Yeah, what kind of shit is that?
He was hot.
He was Instagram before Instagram.
I like the Starks.
I'm from New York and I hate the Knicks.
Starks.
I hate the Knicks.
I think who's the most popular number 3 in New York City?
I don't know. I don't like the Knicks.
Marbury.
I don't like
You don't
Marbury
follow?
better, man. Marbury better. I don't like the Knicks. I don't like the Nets. None of them.
I'm a Laker fan. Who you like?
I don't have any team no more. Since Miller retired, I don't have any team. I only have one team. It's another sport, the Mets. I don't have no other
Reggie
team.
Miller was your favorite player?
Definitely. Michael Jordan's the greatest, but Miller was my favorite. I did think he deserved to win.
That's different. Reggie Miller.
No, but you can't deny his game.
Reggie didn't play no defense. Did he play a little D? Nah.
No, they had to play D on him. His job was to run. Listen, he never stopped moving on screens.
Yeah.
And what I like about him too, he would kick when he shoot a shot, and then you hit his leg, and they call. He an ill dude, man.
What you think about the current state of basketball with the COVID-19 situation? It abbreviated the season when my Lakers was running away with the title.
I think your Lakers got screwed over, man.
Definitely
got. They're not gonna win.
We was the hottest shit at the time, right?
Yeah, they're not gonna win.
Hottest
my
shit at
my
the
pick,
time.
y'all, is the LA Clippers. I have a lot of reasons.
Explain.
First of all, Kawhi Leonard is the best player in the NBA. KD not playing right now. You don't like that. Then they got listen, they out for revenge. They're seeking blood, and you cannot let them get to the finals. They're gonna beat whatever.
Prior to
Yeah, and Doc Rivers is the best coach in basketball, and my man Lou Williams, he's a fireball.
Great points.
From Philly, right?
Nah, Lou Williams is from Atlanta, I think.
Right from Atlanta. All right.
Yeah.
He played in Philly.
Played for Sixers, right?
Okay.
In regards to your whole situation about this LA Clipper thing, before the season was called due to the COVID-19 situation, the Lakers reeled off 2 great wins in the same week against the Los Angeles Clippers and the Milwaukee Bucks, where Giannis was considered to be one of the front winners in the MVP rating.
He's still gonna win it.
Who?
Giannis.
The MVP? When? You can't be serious.
You think LeBron gonna win it?
LeBron put him in his place. Did you see the footage?
I've seen it.
LeBron put him
But you can't. This one game can't. Listen, Giannis did the whole season.
Giannis will probably be in the NBA Finals out of the East if they can get past the Sixers, which they kind of handled. They kind of handled the Sixers.
Ben Simmons ain't ready. Only one of the Sixers guys is Embiid. Ben Simmons is
the
he don't
Clippers
want
can't beat us in a series. They can't.
Is this new bubble gonna be 7-game series in the playoffs?
I
can't beat them.
the stipulations, but the Clippers cannot beat the Lakers.
Avery Bradley is not returning.
Series.
Y'all bringing J.R. Smith in.
I don't know about all that.
That's gonna happen.
JR, we need a little bit more than JR, man. I think we need a little bit of Lance Stevenson. What you think about Lance?
Lance, my boy, I like him. I like him a lot, but they for some reason I think they blackballing him. I don't know.
Top-notch point guard out of New York City. Who your favorite point guards out of the city?
Now listen, he told New York got the best point guards ever. You know who people sleep on? My man, he home, even though he had the gunshot. Telfair's a legend, but
Sebastian.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why he ain't
Shout out
judge.
to Sebastian Telfair.
Shout out to Sebastian,
Kicking
man.
it with Bass on Instagram a couple times. We almost tried to reach a situation where we were going to get him on a show and shit, and then that situation happened with his case.
Yeah, but he's home
jail,
though.
And then he's out on like a appeal bond or something like that.
But
Shout out to Bass.
I think he should succeed because he had New York on fire when we was kids.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, but Lance not really a point guard.
Why not?
What is he? Lance is a 2.
A 2 with a handle like that.
Lance got to eradicate it.
What you mean erratic?
It's not under control, but Lance
Lance
can
under control.
Nah.
Are you serious? Lance
Not like Kenny Anderson.
He
You got some sham guard, not like that.
Kenny Anderson. I mean, Lance has a better handle than Kenny Anderson, bro.
The crossover, Kenny Anderson?
Lance Stevenson has a better handle than Kenny Anderson. Kenny Anderson had a nice handle, but Lance is... Anderson,
Lance not a point guard. New York point guard is Mark Jackson, all them type dudes. Pooh Richardson, now, it's way over my head, but I remember. New York point guards control. Lance is like running up the way. He's like a LeBron, but not LeBron.
He said he's like LeBron, but not LeBron. If you're gonna put him in the same conversation with the great LeBron James,
No, yeah, he's same type of player.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron is a better point guard than Lance. LeBron should play point guard. They ain't run point guard in Miami.
He does play point guard. He was leading the NBA in assists.
Because he's the best passer
Shout out
ever.
to the king.
Yeah. Alex Caruso run the point guard, I think. I like him.
Rondo?
No, he's on the bench. Rondo's
Think he done?
No, I don't think he's done. I think Rondo is like yeah, I think he come off the bench. He could back up Caruso.
All right. You didn't do too bad, my man. Next time we come here, we're gonna do a little bit more hip hop, sports, and fashion. I appreciate having you on my platform. The Dribble, Kyle Alaska, Money and Violence.
Yeah, already. You know what I mean? Ghetto Legend, my man Gully.
Yep.